Today our special guest comes from the Portland Press Herald, features reporter Ray Routhier. Ray, happy to have you and to be the interviewer to interview you.
Thank you, it's nice to be here.
Change.
Yeah, it's different for me, that's for sure.
It's great, and you've had the opportunity most recently to interview two gentlemen from Portland doing really big things, Bob Ludwig and Adam Ayen. Kind of tell our audience a little bit about them, should they not be aware and familiar of who they are.
Well, Bob Ludwig especially is sort of the best known mastering engineer probably in all of pop music for the last 30 or 40 years. Bob has been doing this for so long and is so good at it that everybody from Eric Clapton to Bruce Springsteen, they seek him out. And he's been in Portland for more than 20 years. And even though he's not in Los Angeles and New York, which are the two sort of centers of recording, people seek him out and they send their recordings to him because he's so good. 18 years ago, he took on an associate, Adam Ayen, who also does really high-level mastering work. So he also is very sought out.
Ray, you've been doing this interviewing and writing for 24 years. You've met so many people. What was it about these two gentlemen that stood out to you over the years, and especially maybe in this interview?
I think it's that they're so humble and almost sort of blasé about what they do, when most of us would be so excited to think that we're going to work with Bruce Springsteen or Elton John or somebody like that, and they do it so matter-of-factly, and yet they have these incredible stories about things that they've done with these guys.
This interview happened at Maine Voices Live, an event that is put on by the Portland Press Herald down at 1 Longfellow Square. So we're now going to check in and listen to some of your interview.
This is one of those lunchtime stories, right, with Bruce, where he decided to leave and go over to Lens because he didn't get to see it when they were filming for that documentary, which was before my time at Gateway. And he came back and started to tell us about how he walked in, and the first thing Len said to him was, "Bruce Springsteen's been to my store before." And Bruce looked at him and said, "Really, the boss? You're kidding?" And proceeded to have a conversation with him. And as you said, the way Bruce is like a poet, a storyteller, he told this story so wonderfully to us up in our lounge that he just played. He never, ever let on who he was and had a conversation with Len. Let Len brag about being in Bruce's movie. Then Bruce said his goodbyes and came back and told us the story.
Thank you, Ray, for coming in and sharing that story with us. The interview, again, was at 1 Longfellow Square. Don't forget to check out the next Maine Voices Live coming up on June 6th at 1 Longfellow Square with Zachary Fowler.